Hello there and welcome to another video from Change Tips and Tools, and it's me, Phil, a brummie that hails from Birmingham, England, and I'm here today with another common problem that you're going to face at work. So here we've got an Excel table, and I'll just call it table 1 and the table design there, no special name, and I've got some colours listed here, and you'll notice that I've got a duplicate here where I've got two reds in the table, and this can be quite annoying if you're trying to capture information where you need the values in that column to be unique. So this is going to cause a problem, but there's no way to stop it, or is there? But I happen to know a way to force the user to only put unique values in an Excel table. Interested? Then keep watching. Let's do this. So here in the Excel table, I've kept it simple for the purposes of this demonstration. So one of the obvious things you can do is if you highlight all the rows in your table, all the columns, and I go to, on the home ribbon, do conditional formatting and do highlight cells with rules, and you see down here you've got the duplicates value. So if I select that, so I've here got this duplicate, and the default is a light red fill with dark red text. I'm just going to keep that default and do OK. You can see it's showing you here. If I just click OK. So now if I just do red again, it will highlight that as red. Yeah. But I don't want that, and if I just get rid of those and do delete table rows, they disappear, which is quite good, and that's what most people settle for. But there is a way through data validation to stop people from entering duplicate values in that column within this particular table, and let me show you how. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create and you normally create this data validation support on a separate hidden sheet away from your users, but for the purposes for this demonstration I'm just going to do it here on the same sheet. So I'm just going to do equals, and I'm going to select the whole, make sure I select the whole table, there you go, and the whole column, sorry. If I hit return, and there you go, it's now spilling out all the values as a spill range, and we can use this spill range within within data validation. You can't reference a table directly within data validation, but a spill range you can. So now we've got this spill range, let's do the validation rule that we're going to use here. And what we're going to do is we need to force a true or false. If it's true, the rule is true, then it will allow you to enter information in through the data validation. If it's false, it'll stop you. And let me show you what I mean. We're going to use the count if functions. If I do equals count if, so the range is going to be the spill range. So I'm going to select where the spill range starts there. I'm going to do F4 to make it absolute. And I'm going to do the hash key to reference the whole of the spill range. Then I'm going to do comma. Criteria that I'm looking for is going to be, I'm not going to enter the table. Remember, I can't reference the table directly in data validation. So I'm going to reference the exact cell, which is going to be A4. Yeah. So if I do $sign for A, because I want the absolute column, I don't want the column to move, or I want the row to be relative to where it is in the table. So I'm doing A4 there, and then I'm going to close the bracket, and let's see what I get. So there's a formula that I've just done for you. If I then copy that down and one below there, so you can see it's counting one of the red, one of the blue, one of the orange, and because there's nothing here, it's got a 0. So if I then put a red in here, for example, it's now counting 2. So to force that true and false within the data validation, all I've got to do is within this formula is just say, does this count equal 1? Obviously, there's 2 in there, it's false. If there's 1 in there, it's true, and it'll allow the data entry. Yeah. So if I then just delete this row here, so delete that table row, and now it's true again. Yeah. If I then take this formula and I copy it and do Control copy, I then select all the cells within the table I want to apply the data validation, which then means it will then copy that data validation to any new rows that we add within this column. So if I then go to the data ribbon, I do the data validation here, and data validation again. The message I'm going to put is I'm going to do duplication error. So this will pop up each time data validation kicks in. Must be unique value. Yeah, and then as far as the setting is concerned, I'm going to do custom here, and I'm going to paste that formula that I copied in. So I'm going to do Control V, and there's that formula. And then I'm going to do OK. Now, if we just get rid of this here, because I don't need it, well, we'll leave it there. But if I do red again, what happens? I get an error. It stops me. It stops me entering that value. So if I do retry and do yellow, it's fine. But if I then enter, say, blue, so we've got blue up here, and I do enter, again, it's stopping me. It's highlighting where the blue is, and it's giving me that error, that data validation error, and stopping me from entering a duplication. So there you go. That's how you stop your users entering duplicate values into an Excel table where you need them to be unique. Well, I hope you found that interesting. If so, please remember to click that like, subscribe, and smash that notifications button for future content. And as always, I wish you an absolutely wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Please take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video from Change, Tips and Tools. Bye bye now.